Yes.
Okay. So Sanskriti, Saurabh, and I think Monica, you were present in the last class, means yesterday's class.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Simin Narang is new today, and Khushi Grover. Khushi, you were present yesterday.
No, sir.
Okay, no issue. I asked this because yesterday I gave some assignment. In fact, I asked you to read the unit 7th and 8th if you have any problem. So, those who were present, did you find any issue in yesterday's class, yesterday's exercise? Yes, anybody had any issue in previous class?
No, sir.
Okay, okay, let us start our next unit. So, everyone can see the PDF on your screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is our next unit, and that is named at Skill for the Workplace 1. In so far classes, means yesterday's class and last week's class. In this particular paper, that is named as English at Workplace, we are learning the aspects of listening that can be used in order to find a job or applying for a job, appearing in the interview, and this one is how we can use English, good use of English, effective use of English, in order to maintain professional relationship, and in order to fetch other benefits, other I can call it the things that can help us in promotion, maintaining multiple relationship with colleagues, other companies. So this particular unit starts with the use of etiquettes. In this section, means in today's class, we will cover the basics as well as the exercises of these four topics: etiquette, cultural awareness, and gender perceptions. Second, understanding customers. Third, essentials of customer service. And last one is work ethic. As a student of a professional course, it may happen that we want to study further, or just after doing this particular course, means after doing graduation, we want to join the corporate world, we want to join for the job. If we talk about which sector is providing maximum numbers of job at present in the whole industry, in the whole corporate world, so there are two industries. First one is tech industry, second one is service industry, right? Tech industry, I can call it production, computer science engineering, software engineering, right? So this is the industry that is providing a lot of job to almost all technical graduates. And if we leave it, and if we go ahead, the second most service providing, employment providing sector is service sector. Service starts from selling something, and after sale service, or we can say any person who is indulged in, who is involved in any activity that is directly linked to a customer, that is called service sector, right? At present, when even government is also hiring private vendors or private contractors for outsourcing their services in order to satisfy the customers. Why? Because if a customer will be satisfied, of course he or she will be willing to repeat the same thing. It can be traveling, it can be food, it can be buying any product. So our today's course, our today's class, our today's unit is based on that only. We may happen, we may think that we are not going to do a job in that particular area, but if we are not a service provider, then we are customer, right? So we are directly or indirectly linked with that topic. So when I was reading this whole PDF today, I thought in order to making a PPT of 30 slides or 25 slides, I thought let us cover the whole PDF. This PDF is of 64 pages. So actual the PDF contains 50 pages because some of these pages include introduction, then answers and all that. So today we will cover the 50 pages of that unit, and that is not possible to cover through a PPT. I hope in order to preparing for the exam it will be a good thing अगर हम पूरा PDF पढ़ते हैं. And meanwhile I have highlighted the important part, important from my perspective. So while having this class you can do what, you can underline or you can take a screenshot. If we start introducing this block, mean this unit, this is about what are etiquettes, what is a cultural awareness, and how gender perceptions still are affecting our industry today. Means applying for a job, during the interview, after selection, and while working at a workplace. So, what are the gender perceptions? Then, understanding customers and customer service. Customer service is very important, especially when we are going to join corporate sector, that is non-technical sector. Corporate sector have two parts. First is tech sector, when our customer come to us for their technical issues. But apart from that, when we are not having any technical issue, we visit a lot of people in our day-to-day life. So this unit is about that only. This is a comprehension, and this contains about the importance of customer service that I have discussed with you. So let us start formally. Well, the objective of this unit or this block is what workplace etiquette means, the importance of etiquette in a competitive job market, right? So whatever we are studying in this course, that is English at workplace, everything is connected with the job, employment. So these etiquettes are important because at present we are job seekers, and if we are not job seekers, we may be job providers, right? So from both perspective, we must have good knowledge, functional knowledge of etiquettes. Theoretical knowledge of etiquettes we do have. We have been learning etiquette since our childhood when we entered in the school. But according to the workplace, things changes, and of course etiquettes do. Then importance of body language in etiquette. In last class we discussed at length about body language. हमने बहुत सारी बात की बॉडी लैंग्वेज के बारे में. तो आज हम बात करेंगे कि एटिकेट कैसे शो होते हैं बॉडी लैंग्वेज से, और बॉडी लैंग्वेज कैसे हेल्प करती है टू शो दैट वी आर हैविंग गुड एटिकेट्स. Then what constitutes bad manners at work, what is not appropriate. The importance of cultural awareness in a multicultural workplace. We all know India is a multicultural place, and when we are having this online class, you people are from different parts of country, and sometime it may happen when you will work in the corporate world, you may find some people of other countries also. When we talk about multicultural, it not only means about the difference of states, different of cultures, but difference in religions, difference in day-to-day practices, right? Then common gender perceptions. From common, we will go for the specific ones. So, if you start with what is etiquette, it's a good PDF, it's a good text, but I have, after reading that, I have highlighted something. You can take a screenshot, or if you have printout of that, you can go for underline. So, what is etiquette? According to the Oxford Dictionary, it defines etiquette as the customary code of polite behavior. So, this section quotes Oxford Dictionary's definition. We all know if we talk about for a standard definition, we go for some standard code or dictionary. So Oxford is a very good one. So it defines that the customary code of polite behavior in a society or among members of a particular professional group. So this is important. Among members of a particular professional group. So etiquettes are according to profession, right? So adhering to a behavior code at work help to create environment that is conducive to positive interaction among employees. Why? Because at present when we work as a team, because in corporate sector we have to work as a team. We can be a software engineer, we can be a part of sales team, we can be part of marketing team. So if we will work in a team, then there are better chances of success. And being an individual, we may have differences with other people. We have differences in our homes also, we have differences in our neighborhood also. But when we go for workplace, we have to forget all these differences. Why? Because we work only a single purpose, and the purpose is growth of organization. Because if the organization will grow, then we will grow financially and in other aspects also. So good workplace etiquettes includes or can be defined into or divided into two parts: professional appearance and behavior code of office ethics. So professional appearance means without saying something, without doing nothing, how we can look professional. And behavioral code means the way we do the things, the way we speak, and the way we face the issues, and the way we respond to the issues. That is behavior code of office etiquette. If you start with the professional appearance, it means the way you look at others, whatever you wear, the way you wear, good hygiene. So these are the things that make you competent from etiquette perspective, that you look professional, and it shows that you care about the image of organization. Means if the company has a particular uniform, we must wear that. And if there is not any uniform but we are supposed to wear formal, then we will wear formal. And according to that only we will wear our I card, or we will do the things which are necessary. Means the way we enter our attendance, how we leave the office, and during the office hours, how we spend our time, how much time we spend on social media, how much time we spend on doing other things like calling to our friend and all that when we find some leisure time, what we do in the lunch time, right? So these are the professional appearance. Without saying anything to our colleagues, seniors, boss, we convey a lot of etiquettes. So here are some points how we can give a professional appearance. Choose a wardrobe suitable to your workplace. Some offers specify a dress code. Abide by it, footwear included. Right? From clothes to footwear, we must follow that. It is not necessary to have a hairstyle according to the current trend, but ensure that hair is well groomed at all times. Never appear sloppy. We must not look inorganized. We must be organized. So, the first segment is all about the physical appearance, how we will look like. It is said that if someone look at our face, the second glance to our shoes. So it is supposed that our shoes should be good and in a good condition. They must look good. So from face to shoes, our clothes, all these comprise a professional appearance. So, in order to make an impression, not just for making the impression, but in order to make a professional impression that I am professionally competent, these things are important. And one more additional thing has been added, that is dental hygiene and fragrance. If people start, if people, I have seen many people who use chewing gums all the day. No, this is not the way. Rather, we can go for a mouth spray, right? And if we go for anything like chewing gum, it can be for 15 minutes or half an hour. Otherwise, it makes a bad sense. And if you talk about the behavior code, that is the second one. It is that how we start our day, how we enter at our workplace, and how we maintain, how we behave during the workplace. For example, say good morning to colleagues when you enter the office. If we have the same employment level, means I am on the same position, you are on the same position. In that time, that particular kind, we cannot think who will wish first. Of course, to our bosses, to our seniors, we are supposed to wish first, but if we find a colleague, so nothing wrong in it if we say good morning from our side. There is no issue. Then thank you when someone offers help. We can't say it was your duty. So what for what I should say thank you? No. If someone is happily doing something, he or she deserves a thank you note. Remember to speak softly instead of shouting and disturbing others. Listen patiently while others are speaking instead of interrupting them. So these are some points that you can read from your own. And last one is avoid using foul language, however angry you are. This is very important because when we will become normal, it can happen with me also. When we become normal, we can manage anything. But the words we have used, the foul language we have used, it can't be erased, it can't be deleted. So we must mind the language we are using, especially when we are angry. And we must avoid gossiping about colleagues to office workers, right? There is a incident, you can call it incident, you can call it a joke, that there were some people, they can be male or female, they were sitting in the park, and they used to sit in the park on every Sunday for 2 hours 3 hours, and they used to discuss, they used to enjoy, they used to laugh a lot for hours. But one day it was seen that after spending half an hour, or after spending even half time, means more than 1 hour, there was a general talk, and nobody was not laughing that way, they were not cheering in that way. So the other people who used to roam around those people, they used to inquire what is happening, ऐसा क्या हो गया कि आज कोई हंस नहीं रहा है, इतनी देर हो गई, इतना सब कुछ हो गया है. Then someone told कि आज सभी के सभी आए हुए हैं. Means what was their concern, what was the idea of enjoying, means who is absent start gossiping about him or her. So this shows that how people have chosen to enjoy. In order to criticize someone and to enjoy, to spend time, means gossiping. No, this is not a professional etiquette. It can be a personal etiquette, but it is not a professional etiquette. And if we think why we follow etiquette, one may say, I'm doing my job, others are doing their job. So, what is the need of etiquette? Etiquette differentiate you from others in a competitive job market. Because if we are in a corporate job and we want to change our job after some time for the sake of increase, for the sake of promotion, or to get any other benefit, then etiquette does matter. Because while working in a company, it may happen that one of your colleague have joined another company, and after some time you have also applied for the same company. And when you will go for that company, or you want to appear in the interview in that company, and that colleague may be in a position who can decide whether or not you are a good colleague. Then if you have good words, good terms with that person, then you will surely will get benefit. Otherwise, there are less chances for joining that job. And if you are able to, if you are successful to get that job, then from the day first your previous issues will be risen. पहले दिन से ही जो पुरानी कंपनी की बात थी वो वहाँ पे शुरू हो जाएंगी, right? So you won't get time, you won't get a particular ground to interact with other people, right? Because this is a corporate world. यहाँ ये दुनिया घूमती रहती है गोल गोल. So we are not here for the entire life. And of course, in corporate sector, in order to get good promotion, increment, and other benefits, we have to change. Because there was a time when the companies uh, when the companies respect the people who spend a lot of time. For example, if you spend 5 years with a company, there was a time जब वो मानते हैं कि कितना loyal employee है, 5 साल से हमारे साथ है, 10 साल से हमारे साथ है. But now time has come. If you spend more than 4 years, 5 years, or you spend 10 years in a single company, people will think, the company will think he is not getting a job anywhere else. So in order to have a change professionally, mentally, or financially, we have to change. And when we go for change, if we have good relation with our colleagues, then surely we will get the benefit. Because if we want to change, others also want to get a change, right? And there are something which are essentially required. We cannot have a choice कि हम ये कर सकते हैं कि हम ये नहीं कर सकते हैं. These are essentially required. So in order to have a reading, can you read all 12 sentences which are very very simple, basic, and common, and you have to find out which is acceptable and which is unacceptable. So have a look, read the 12 sentences. It will take just 2 to 3 minutes. Can you read that, everybody? पढ़ सकते हो? Students, are you there?
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी. हाँ जी. Read them for once, because it may work for your assignment, it may come in your exam, and of course, personal and professional life, they will pay a lot to us. हाँ जी, done. So while having a reading on this, we can easily understand arriving late for meeting not acceptable, cleaning up after using the office kitchen or snack area acceptable, talking while someone is making his or her presentation unacceptable, offering to help. So I think there is nothing new, but we know everything, But what are etiquettes? Etiquette means when we practice that things that we know it should be done. If you talk about what are ethics and what are etiquettes, ethics means we know what we should do, and etiquettes means we essentially do something. So etiquettes are the practical parts of ethics, right? So let us move ahead and we will do an exercise now. Well, this is an exercise from article. I think we haven't do any exercise so far, so let us do that. Read the exercise that is highlighted and try to find out the answer. Then let me know. Take 2 minutes and then tell me. Okay, so Pinky Kumari have also joined. Navya Verma. So anybody want to tell the answers?
Yes, sir. May I?
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay, so sir, should I read the paragraph with the answer or only like in first this will come?
I think you should read the paragraph.
Okay, sir. I had a strange dream last night. I saw myself sailing in a boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. An alien landed on my boat. It made a strange sound and my boat began to fly. I think we were moving towards the moon when suddenly an unusual looking eagle hit against the boat. The boat fell back into the ocean and I fell with a thump not into the ocean but onto the floor.
Yes, perfect. You are Monica, right?
Yes, sir.
Monica, you have very good knowledge of grammar, especially articles. All your answers are correct. That's good.
Thank you.
Actually, the exercise was a simple one, but when we use articles in a paragraph, then it may be tricky. It may be confusing, because when we use article in a exercise when they are numbered one, two, three, four, then we can think, because every sentence then have a different form. But when we use article in a particular paragraph, then it may be confusing. So that's why. But you did it very well. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Next. The next one is, this is the writing section. Means we will read something, then we will write. This one is gender and workplace. As I can see in our today's class, the students who are present, Monica, Pinky, Khushi, Navya Verma, and Sanskriti. Sanskriti Saurabh, are you male or female?
Sir, female.
Okay, good, good. I asked this, and of course, Navya. Navya, I think you are Navya or Navya? Navya, can you hear me? You are Navya or Navya? Okay. Well, why this topic is worth discussing, if not important? Because the first thing that we did, gender and the workplace. And in the third line or second line, sex differences are still prevalent and tension still exists in the workplace. When we talk about etiquettes, it is of course worth listening that apart from speaking in a good tone, apart from using a good language, apart from behaving sensibly at workplace, there are a lot of things which should be in practice, especially when female are working over there. Why? Because if female is working among us, then it may happen she is happy with us or she is not happy with us. If she is not happy, the first reason certainly will be the use of language by the male co-workers. So the etiquette starts with language itself. And when we talk about gender and workplace, it should be taken care of that the male fellows, and if there are male in less in number, for example in software companies, when there are a lot of female engineers, only a few are male ones. So it's not about male or female, but it's about a gender as a whole. I give an example. In English only, you will find many words that are different from male and female. I'm not talking about the nouns or pronouns, but I'm talking about some specific words. For example, there is a word chairman. Chairman is used for men, but when we say chairperson, we we very easily understand that chairperson is for female only, because nobody uses chairperson for a male fellow. हम चेयरमैन ही यूज करते हैं. चेयरपर्सन यूज ही तब होता है जब कोई फीमेल चेयरमैन हो, मीन्स चेयरपर्सन हो, राइट. बट आई मस्ट प्रेज द अमेरिकन इंग्लिश. अमेरिकन इंग्लिश क्या करती है? इन अमेरिकन इंग्लिश यू विल फाइंड मैनी वर्ड्स विच आर जेंडर न्यूट्रल. उनमें कुछ वर्ड ऐसे हैं दे आर कॉमन फॉर ऑल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल चेयर, they will not say chairman, they will not say chairperson, they will say chair. So when we say for example, Monica is chair of today's class, or Khushi is chair of today's class, Sanskriti can chair the session. So when we say chair, it automatically decreases or vanishes the difference of gender or sex, I can say. So we can use word like this. Not only that, we all watch films. हम सब film देखते हैं. And since our childhood, we have learned two things: hero and heroine, right? Actor and actresses. Am I right? Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Right? Huh. But what Americans do, they say male actor and female actor, right? Because heroine means heroine of a hero. Means if in a film there is not a hero, that there can't be an heroine. There can't be a heroine. And no, we have seen many queens who are not having a king with them, right? And they have very well ruled that kingdom. So if we use a gender neutral word, it will be equal for all. It will be comfortable for all. Rather, we will forget that, and there are so many words. If I say principal, if I say coordinator, if I say manager, so these are very good words. These are not gender centered words. But in our day to day communication, when say hero or heroine, once we say chairman or chairperson, so then issues are created, then differences are created. So if we use a gender neutral language, that at least 50% will automatically decrease or diminish the sex differences. And not only that, there are some objectives. For example, for a boy, if the boy looks physically beautiful, we use smart. and for a girl we use beautiful, right? But if you use the word good looking, so it can be equal for all, be it male or female, right? And not only that, when we praise someone, when we criticize someone, then there are different words for that. Because for male fellows, the parameter of their smartness is not a physical beauty, and if it is very less. But when it comes to female, the first parameter of beauty is physical beauty, right? But when we work in a company, when we work somewhere, then our physical beauty, our good lookingness, or whatever can come under, apart from being an intelligent person, smart person, or a good employee, a good human resource, ये बहुत कम मैटर करता है. So, here is a word that sex differences are still prevalent and tension still exists in the workplace. Why? Because there are two things. First, why women are here. Second, why women are not here. If I talk about the technical world, in software engineering, more than 80% are female, but in mechanical engineering, there are only 5% female. And not only that, when we go for any interview, you will find HR managers are mostly female. That the HR team may be headed by a male, it may be headed by a female, but it always includes some female. Why? Because it is believed that female are best judge. ऐसा कहा जाता है कि फीमेल ज़्यादा अच्छे से जज कर सकती हैं ड्यू टू देयर जजिंग नेचर. अब जो उनका जजिंग नेचर है, यही आगे चल के उनमें एक प्रिजुडिस पैदा कर देता है. And if we are not affected by the prejudice, then we have good etiquette. In the same way, when we talk about male fellows, they may think women are taking their jobs. But if women are not working somewhere, they will not feel happy. And if someone doesn't behave according to them, they may start mocking of her, they may start commenting upon her. So this is the reason why still sex issues, gender differences, tension still exist. This is the reason. It is expected that, it is considered that there are some gender specific professions. For example, police officers, forces, firefighters, truck drivers, conductors. So these are the things, these are the professions which were thought of uh, males, but at present women are entering in that. So male can think that they are having their job, but simultaneously there were professions which were thought of female, like nursing, teaching, banking, and there are a lot of male who are coming over there. I have already heard that a nurse means a lady who helps the patients or a lady who assists the doctor. But at present, we can see there are male fellow in the same category for the same position. Even in there is a word for that in maternity homes, in labor room. Yes, you can find male people apart from doctor. So uh, if we think that women are taking male's job, we can also say male are taking female's job. But the existence of both is important, because a lady doctor, it is not necessary that only lady will be a lady doctor. No, there are many gynecologists who are male. Why? Because there are some sections, there are some I can call it situations when male can handle better and where female can handle better. But if you talk about the corporate world, for what we are studying, this section, this unit, whatever all has been written in this particular paragraph, और ये क्यों इंक्लूड किया गया है? दिस शोज दैट द वे वी आर मेच्योर्ड, हम जैसे पले और बढ़े हैं। You are student, you have passed your 12th class, you are not employee right now, अभी आप employee नहीं हो, but you are a student, you are not school student, but you are not an employee, so you are in a amid situation, अभी आप बीच की पोजीशन में हो। You are in a position कि आपको स्कूल में जो सिखाया गया उसका इम्पैक्ट आप कम करना चाहते हो, और जो आप अपने हिसाब से करना चाहते हो वो आप शुरू करना चाहते हो। इन सब के बीच द प्रीजुडिस, द बेसिक थिंग्स और द कॉमन नोशंस जो आपने स्कूल से सीखे हैं, दैट विल अफेक्ट यू ड्यूरिंग योर होल लाइफ। बट वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई कि हमने वहाँ पे क्या सही सीखा है, क्या सही नहीं सीखा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल देर इज सेंटेंस हेयर, these are personal preferences which may be dictated by nature or the way boys and girls are nurtured, right? However, it is the duty of organizations to give equal opportunities to people of both sexes based only on a person's credentials, right? So, so it is the uh, responsibility of the employees as well as organizations. And since organization comprises human beings only, so it is the duty of both male and female to take care of both, of course, male and female, right? Although the number of women in all types of work fields has been steadily rising, of course. I give you one example. Once I went to Hyderabad, and before going to Hyderabad, of course, I have visited Hyderabad now more than 5 times. So for the first time when I went to Hyderabad, when I was doing my PhD, and I visited the Osmania University, one of the reputed university of South India, then I found Hyderabad. At that time, it was the capital of Andhra Pradesh, and Hyderabad, a city where I can call it culture, if not religion. A lot of people who follow the Muslim religion, they used to live there. We all know that. And in a city like Hyderabad, when I was having a conception, a perception in my mind, I found that uh, at the time of 12 in night, 1 in morning, early morning or night, I can say, when I was uh, coming from Hyderabad station to Osman University guest house, because my train left me uh, nearly 11:30 in the night, and I can see female are walking on the roads, they are going on bikes, in cars, in taxis, in just a way, in like a way as it is happening in day. And not only that, when I boarded a bus and I found a lady conductor, so automatically it filled with me with a sense of relief, security. एक जब एक बस में एक फीमेल कंडक्टर हो सकती है तो बीइंग ए मेल मैं बिल्कुल सेफ हूँ। डजेंट मैटर आई एम फ्रॉम हरियाणा एंड आई एम इन हैदराबाद, आई एम इन आंध्र प्रदेश, right? So if in a particular profession, if female is there, there are many things which are very easy. For example, we go to a police station, हम थाने में जाते हैं किसी काम से, and we find that there is a lady there in the form of police officer or policeman or police personnel, we will save automatically। एक मेल भी एक फीमेल को शायद वो चीज़ बता पाएगा जो मेल को ना बता पाए, बिकॉज इट इज कंसिडर्ड दैट दे आर रादर मोर सेंसिटिव देन मेल। बट इफ वी थिंक व्हाट आर द आफ्टर इफेक्ट ऑफ दैट, उसके साइड इफेक्ट क्या हैं, तो द साइड इफेक्ट इज दैट फीमेल कैन फील exploitation or a sort of harmful activities, इंटेंशनली और अनइंटेंशनली। अगर दो लोग बात कर रहे हैं एंड दे आर सेइंग नथिंग डायरेक्टली टू ए फीमेल, वो लोग बात कर रहे हैं बट दे आर नॉट फोकसिंग, दे आर नॉट बोदरिंग कि एक लेडी भी खड़ी है, then they indirectly, they unwillingly affecting that lady, right? So that's why gender at workplace is an important topic to be discussed and to be taken care of. And when we are talking about etiquettes, जब etiquette की बात कर रहे हैं, तो अच्छा पहनना, अच्छा बोलना, अच्छा बिहेव करना, उन सब के अलावा to mind the presence of female, it is a special etiquette. ये अपने आप में एक etiquette है, because being a male fellow, being a teacher, when I teach you, when I teach in my regular classes, when I teach to the BTech students, MBA students, I must impart the way of teaching, the methodology, that the students don't feel कि टीचर जो हैं वो मेल को कैसे एड्रेस करते हैं, फीमेल को कैसे एड्रेस करते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, इसको आप थोड़ा एक सेंस ऑफ ह्यूमर की बात कह सकते हो. कई बार मैं जब मैं बच्चों को पढ़ा रहा आता हूँ एंड दे डू समथिंग नॉट अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्लास एनवायरनमेंट, मैं कई बार बच्चों को गधा बोल देता हूँ, राइट? सो व्हेन वी कॉल द वर्ड गधा, इट्स एन एक्सप्रेशन कि हम उसके लिए यूज करते हैं हु इज नॉट मैच्योर एनफ. बट इफ ए गर्ल इज डूइंग द सेम एक्टिविटी एज ए बॉय इज डूइंग, right? So I will not use that word for that girl. Why? Because I will follow that tendency. What? हम सबको पता है कि इंग्लिश में हम बोलते हैं जेंटलमैन, एंड इन एंड और लेडी के लिए, फीमेल के लिए लेडी. सो लेडी इटसेल्फ मीन्स जेंटल लेडी, राइट? सो वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट, ये हमें घर से सिखाया जाता है और ये सही भी है इन मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस, दैट फीमेल टेक केयर ऑफ सम एटिकेट्स which male do not do generally. While talking in public, abusive language is used a lot by male fellow only. ऑफ कोर्स एट प्रेजेंट एक ट्रेंड चल पड़ा है, आप भी सब यंग स्टूडेंट हो, सोशल मीडिया पे जो हम देखते हैं, स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी में जो हम देखते हैं, सो अब्यूजिंग लैंग्वेज इन ट्रेंड, और आई कैन कॉल इट कूल, स्टूडेंट थिंक सो. बट द इशू इज दैट दिस टेंडेंसी, दिस हैबिट, दिस प्रैक्टिस, ये ऐसी की ऐसी वहीं पे फॉलो हो जाती है जब हम काम करते हैं. तो दिस इज द इशू. वी आर अनेबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि जो चीज ड्यूरिंग स्टूडेंट लाइफ कूल थी वो एकदम से अनकूल कैसे हो गई, राइट? हियर इज अ सेंटेंस: also, since women are the primary caregivers at home, the entire workforce needs to be sensitized to certain needs that may arise from time to time as a result of the dual role of their necessity to play throughout their life, राइट? सो पेशेंस की अगर हम बात करें, तो जो एक पेशेंस है वो एक लड़की है वो घर से ही समझती है. सो if she have patience at home, she will have patience at workplace also, right? And male, even being myself, male have less patience, and this less patience tendency will go on at workplace only. So this is the issue. So what is the solution of that issue? Of course, the solution is that if we want to call ourselves uh, an etiquette person, a civilized person, we must behave at least in three types. First, behaving with full of etiquette in looking at others. Second, use of language while talking to male and female as well, and in the presence of female as well. Second, third one, using gender neutral words. So these three things can help in order to create a gender neutral environment, or an environment when female can feel as they feel with their female co-workers, right? So this was our first section. It was just about to following the etiquettes, need of the etiquettes, and etiquettes necessary for male and female as well, right? Our next topic is understanding customers. When we have knowledge of etiquettes for both female and male, then we can become a good employee. And in the corporate world, when we become an employee, it can be hotel industry or tourism industry, it can be any other industry, right? We need to understand the customers. As before teaching, I used to know who are the students, means what are the level of students. For example, आप में से कुछ student हैं, they come regularly, but there are some students who come sometimes, and there are some students who are uh, who are very serious toward this class. There can be some students who take this class just for the sake of revision. There are some students who might have read this PDF already. There are some students who will not read that PDF even after 10 days. They will go for it when the exam comes, right? So when I teach in the class, I believe that, I consider that कि आप में से हर बच्चा उतने ही ध्यान से सुन रहा है, राइट? आप में से हर स्टूडेंट को इसकी उतनी ही नीड है जितनी एक जो स्टूडेंट जो फिजिकली मेरे सामने पढ़ रहा है उसको है. In my teaching methodology, I don't have any difference in teaching to offline students or you students, or I can call you the online students, right? Rather, in offline class, I have much liberty, right? Uh, I may speak for 1 hour, and rest of 1 hour I may ask my students to speak too. But if I'll follow the same methodology, it may happen after 1 hour the class will be ended, right? So understanding customers. Of course, you are not my customers, you are my students. But if I am providing a service and you are service receivers, I am a service provider, then we are in that position. हम उस position में आ जाते हैं, right? So why we should understand our customers? So let us start with that only. First of all, let us understand the types of customer. Well, it's a good thing that while learning about the types of customer, we can differentiate ourselves also कि हम किस तरह के कस्टमर हैं. हम कस्टमर्स के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं, बट हम ये भी जानेंगे कि हम किस तरह के कस्टमर हैं. And yes, while understanding these types of customers, we will not only learn why a particular customer behave in that way and why we become that kind of customer in a particular situation. हम ऐसे क्यों हो जाते हैं? And we can also learn कि सामने वाला हमारे बारे में क्या सोचता है, right? If you start with the first one, that is indecisive customers. These are the people who will spend hours to decide what to buy. Yes, one thing I want to share with you. This is about offline customers, not online customers. हम इस समय offline customer की बात कर रहे हैं, not of online, right? Because no one can judge online customer because during online shopping there are a lot of options. इतने ऑप्शन है कि कोई भी indecisive हो सकता है, right? और शॉप में ऐसा नहीं होता है. So first one is indecisive. Who is indecisive? The people who spend hours to decide what to buy. खरीदना क्या है, जो ये सोचने में लगे रहते हैं. And आगे after ending this class आप इस PDF को पढ़ना because I cannot cover whole 50 pages in a single class in a 2 hour class. So indecisive customer जो ज़्यादा टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं, डिसाइड नहीं कर पाते, उनको बहुत जानना होता है और उनको कन्विंस करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है, right? Now we can judge if we are decisive or not. Second one, reluctant customers. ये कौन होते हैं? They will listen to everything. वो सबको सुनेंगे बट फिर भी अपना डिसीजन नहीं लेते हैं, right? And what is the issue? The issue is that reluctant customers are sometimes go for window shopping. Indecisive customers don't go for always for window shopping. They want to buy something, but due to some reason they are unable to choose. But reluctant customers, they are mentally fit. I'm not saying indecisive are not mentally fit, but they are rather more mentally sound, the reluctant customers. But they don't reach up to a decision because they think that they know a lot. Third one is demanding customers. The picture suits very well what has been chosen for that. These are the customers that may raise their voice, find fault with everything, and make unreasonable demands on you. Right? Of course, you can categorize yourself and you can categorize others also if you are already in this business or you want to run that business. uh, it can be business of food, clothes, or whatever, right? So demanding customers, then rude and inconsiderate customers, right? They will raise their voice, demand to see or speak the superior, use abusive language, and snap at you. Right? So rude customers are rather more worse customers than the demanding customers. Then talkative customers. Such customers are friendly, chatty, and expressive, and love to connect with the people. Right? It may happen they will not buy anything, but they are talkative customers. And if I talk about female customers as a whole, we can put them, most of them, in that category. Right? Female are very talkative customers because they do the bargaining, and bargaining happens only after talking a lot. Male fellows may think, why we bargain so much, or they will bargain without having any knowledge. If a shirt is of 1000 and being a male fellow, I will say, oh, 500 रुपए की है. And of course, the shopkeeper may use an abusive language for me because मैंने बहुत कम बता दिया. But the female, how they use the words, वो कैसे word use करती है, उनको ऑफ कोर्स शॉपकीपर ऐसे नहीं बोल पाते हैं. कोई भी शॉप ओनर, मॉल, कोई भी सेल्समैन उनको नहीं बोल पाते हैं बिकॉज दे नो हाउ टू गो फॉर बार्गेनिंग. राइट? दैट्स वाई जो एचआर मैनेजर होती हैं वो मोस्टली फीमेल होती है बिकॉज वहाँ पे उनको नेगोशिएट करना होता है सैलरी को लेके. राइट? इन टेक्निकल सेक्शन देयर कैन बी मेल, बट एचआर जो सेक्शन होता है उसमें फीमेल जरूर होती है. Right? So talkative customers. Then passive customers. These customers listen patiently but do not voice their own opinions. They are not like reluctant customers. No, because they have something in their mind what they want. उनको क्या चाहिए वो ये माइंड में रखते हैं, और जो वहां पे अवेलेबल है उसमें वो ढूंढते रहते हैं. That's why they are passive customers. And if they find that particular thing, they will not think of price. They will buy that instantly. Then dissatisfied satisfied customers. These are the ones who never are satisfied. Whatever you do, doesn't matter what you do for them, they will not be satisfied. Why? Because they will always complain. They will feel annoyed and victimized. उनको लगता है कि उनको लूट लिया गया है. Right? So, as a business owner, as a businessman, as a salesperson, or as a service provider, we have to take care of them also. Because ultimately पैसे तो उनको भी खर्चने हैं, हमारे यहाँ नहीं तो कोई और. एंड इफ वी आर कोई और, अगर हम वो कोई और हैं कि वो एनओए तो कहीं और से होके आए हैं और सर्विस हमसे ले रहे हैं, सो इट्स गुड फॉर अस. सो व्हाट इज द आइडिया? एम्पैथाइज विद दैम. Right? You, I think, know the difference between sympathy and empathy. कोई आप ऐसे बताना चाहेगा मुझे डिफरेंस बिटवीन एम्पैथी एंड सिंपैथी? एनीबॉडी? एम्पैथी एंड सिंपैथी? No. You didn't have any idea, or you are unable to explain? Anybody? Because it's a good question. Nobody?
Sir, may I try?
Sure, please.
Sir, sympathy meaning like when we are showing some feelings and understanding other people's also,
Okay.
when we are supporting someone.
And what about empathy?
Uh, Empathy, sir, I don't know.
Okay. No issue. At least you tried. Thank you for
So may I
responding.
try?
Yes, Khushi, please.
So sympathy is feeling compassion or sorry for someone, and empathy is like putting yourself in their place and feeling those emotions.
Definitely. You used very, very perfect words. In other words, I can say sympathy means to sympathize. I didn't use telegram. Okay, she might. Okay, she might. So, students, when you are chatting, please use uh, the private mode, please. I thought someone is messaging regarding the class. Okay, well, Khushi answered very well, and of course, I think देयर वाज अनदर वन हु जस्ट लेफ्ट, उन्होंने भी बहुत अच्छा आंसर बताया. इफ हाँ यस मोनिका, इफ वी पुट आवर फीट इनटू अदर्स शूज, दूसरे के जूते में पैर रख के देखना, दैट इज कॉल्ड एम्पैथी. आई गिव यू सिंपल एग्जांपल. कोई रो रहा है, हम उसको समझा रहे हैं कि आपको नहीं रोना है, यू मस्ट नॉट क्राई, दिस इज सिंपैथी. बट जब उसके साथ रोना शुरू कर देते हैं, दैट इज एम्पैथी. राइट, मीन्स हम किसी को उस लेवल पे जाके कंसोल कर पाते हैं कि दैट विल फील यस, वो मेरा दर्द समझ रहा है. जैसे हम बोलते हैं कि मैं आपको समझ सकता हूँ, however it is not possible, right? But if we are in a situation कि we can understand, हम कुछ ऐसा शो करें कि सामने वालों को लगे कि हाँ वो हमें समझ पा रहा है, दैट इज एम्पैथी. सो डिससेटिस्फाइड जो कस्टमर हैं, उनके साथ एम्पैथी काम करती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एक आदमी आया है हु हैव बॉट ए ड्रेस फ्रॉम आवर शॉप, उसने हमारी शॉप से ड्रेस खरीदी है, एंड देयर वाज डिफेक्टेड, वो डिफेक्टेड निकल गई है. So he will say a lot of words. He might use abusive words. और हम सुन रहे हैं और हम कहें सर देखिए मैं भी एक एम्प्लॉय हूँ यहाँ पे, और जैसा आपके साथ हुआ मेरे साथ भी हुआ था, मैंने भी एक और शॉप से एक शर्ट ली और ऐसी निकल गई और कुछ नहीं बना. क्या करें सर, आज के टाइम में कपड़ों में ज़्यादा गारंटी आती नहीं है. मेरे साथ भी ऐसा हो चुका है, मैंने भी फील किया. और आई और जैसा आप कर रहे हो ना, बहुत नेचुरल है, मैंने भी ऐसा किया उस दुकान पे जाके. सो आई विल लिसन टू यू. बताइए सर, आप मैं आपकी बात सुनूंगा. देन द कस्टमर विल फील यस, ही इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग मी. अदरवाइज व्हाट ही और शी विल थिंक कि आपको खाली अपनी सेल से मतलब है. देन irate customers, these customers can be angry for various reasons. They may be unhappy with the service or feel they have been cheated, उनको लगता है कि उनके साथ धोखा हुआ है, वो ऐसे. सो जो irate customers हैं, irate and demanding customers, they can be put in the same category. So in your exam a question may come, what are the types of customers? In your assignment it may come, what are the types of customers? So first you will tell the types, then you will explain with the example. That's why I used example. Well, here is an example इन द टेक्स्ट इटसेल्फ. मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप आफ्टर एंडिंग द क्लास ये पीडीएफ पढ़ें. ये बहुत अच्छी है, और पूरा पढ़ने के बाद ही मैंने इसको हाईलाइट किया है, बिकॉज एक पीपीटी बना के पूरा कवर नहीं हो सकता है, और पूरी यूनिट एक ही क्लास में फिनिश करनी होती है. सो आई थॉट कि पूरा पीडीएफ में मुझे कवर करना चाहिए. सी, रीड द हाईलाइट वर्ड्स. यू नीड टू बी एट योर प्रोफेशनल बेस्ट, रिमेन calm and confident, and if the customer raises his or her voice, uses abusive language, take a deep breath and count to 10 before responding. Right? It shows that, ये क्या कहता है, it is not necessary that a customer has a right to use abusing language, but if a customer is using that and we are responding him or her in the same way, it means both of us don't have an etiquette. Because after saying something one may feel relax कि मैंने जो बोलना था बोल दिया है, बट जो पर्टिकुलर कस्टमर है वो सिर्फ अपनी इमेज शो करता है while using the abusive language. But being a salesman, being a salesperson, being a manager, or being an any employee of a company that deals with service, हम अगर एब्यूजिव लैंग्वेज यूज करते हैं तो हम सिर्फ अपनी इमेज नहीं रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे होते हैं, बट हम अपने पूरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की इमेज रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, राइट. सो दिस इज द रीजन कि एक कस्टमर एब्यूजिव लैंग्वेज यूज कर सकता है, हमें नहीं करनी है. वाई? बिकॉज हम कह सकते हैं कि एक कस्टमर ऐसा था, ये ऐसा ही है, बट जब कोई कस्टमर हमें वो लैंग्वेज यूज करते सुनेगा तो सोसाइटी में बाहर वो ये कह सकता है, कह सकती है कि वहाँ के तो एम्प्लॉय ही ऐसे हैं, वो कंपनी ही ऐसी है, और बाद में ये इंडस्ट्री ही ऐसी है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई गिव एन एग्जाम्पल. एज ए स्टूडेंट और एज ए ह्यूमन बींग्स आप बहुत जगह घूमने जाते हैं, हम भी जाते हैं आफ्टर after a break, just for break or after ending the semester, we used to go to different places. हम जाते हैं. If you go to the religious places, leave other places, बाकी जगह को अगर हम छोड़ दें जो शॉपिंग के लिए बनी है, पैसे के लिए बनी है, अगर हम गोवा जैसी जगह छोड़ दें, शिमला मनाली वो सब अगर हम छोड़ दें, तो इफ़ यू गो टू द रिलीजियस प्लेसेस, right, be it Banaras, be it Jaipur, be it Ajmer, or be it Vrindavan, we will find there are a lot of people, right, who deal with the customer directly, and we feel, हमें लगता है कि हमें लूट लिया गया. Means those are religious places, but the way how the shopkeepers, how the service providers behave, right, it creates an image. People make video on that and they post on social media about that place. 2 days back, 2 दिन पहले ही आई सॉ ए वीडियो, एक लेडी ने फेसबुक वीडियो डाला है कि आप वृंदावन ना जाएं, देखो लोग वहाँ पे कैसे लूटते हैं, राइट. एंड इट्स अ टेल ऑफ एवरी प्लेस, it's a tale of every religious place, irrespective of culture or religion, right. I can tell myself the examples of many places. मैं बहुत जगह एक एग्जांपल बता सकता हूँ. And when I didn't reveal my religion, when I didn't reveal my culture, right. So जो एक ऐसा पर्सन है हु डोंट हैव एटिकेट, जब कोई एटिकेट की परवाह नहीं करता है तो दैट पर्सन डोंट केयर फॉर द कल्चर और रिलीजन इटसेल्फ, बिकॉज नो कल्चर एंड नो रिलीजन टेल्स इन्फ्रिंजमेंट ऑफ एटिकेट्स. कोई भी धर्म, कोई भी कल्चर एटिकेट्स का उल्लंघन करना नहीं सिखाती है, राइट. सो इफ वी वांट टू बी अ गुड कस्टमर, अगर हम सबसे पहले गुड कस्टमर बनना चाहते हैं तो वी हैव टू नैरो डाउन अवर कैटेगरी. जो भी मैंने कस्टमर डिस्कस किए हैं, हमें देखना है कि हम उनमें से कौन हो सकते हैं. एंड इफ वी आर ए सर्विस प्रोवाइडर, तब हमें देखना है कि किस टाइप के कस्टमर को हमने कैसे डील करना है. एंड हियर आर सम आइडियाज बिफोर यू. लिसन एक्टिवली विदाउट इंटरप्टिंग. डोंट से एनीथिंग दैट विल फर्दर एड टू एंगर एंड फ्रस्ट्रेशन. Empathize with them and reassure them that you understand why they are angry and you want to solve their problem. Negotiate a solution by involving them in finding it and implement their solution if it is feasible. And if not so, suggest one closest to it. कई बार हम कुछ ऐसा सुझाव देते हैं, कुछ ऐसा बताते हैं जो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, मतलब कस्टमर वो चीज़ मांगता है जो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, हम भी कभी ऐसा कुछ बोल देते हैं. But if it is not possible because we are just an employee, तो closest to it, जो best possible हो वो हम suggest कर सकते हैं, right. और हम क्या कह सकते हैं कि आप फिर भी अगर satisfied हैं तो आप अपनी complaint रिटर्न में या मेल से दे सकते हैं। मीन्स डोंट यूज ए हाई पिच, ज़्यादा तेज आवाज में ना बोले, बट अपनी कंप्लेंट देने के और भी तरीके हो सकते हैं, राइट। सो इफ इन ऑर्डर टू चेक अवर प्रोग्रेस, लेट अस रीड द highlighted section. First, look at the statements below and write down the types of customer that you would associate each statement with. We will do only uh, one or two. बाकी आप बाद में करेंगे, because in remaining 45 minutes we have to complete the whole unit. So go for the first one. Read. I have only got a few minutes. पढ़ो एक बार, ये जो 8 सेंटेंस है आपके पास, हैव ए लुक, एक बार पढ़िए.
Yes, sir, I have read.
Right? So can you tell what these represent, what kind of customer?
Yes, sir. The in the first one, the customer is recommended like demanding something,
Okay, only
and
only demanding.
yes, sir. And in second one, the customer is talk active.
Okay, actually the issue is that, what is the issue here? The issue here is that we can when we talk about human beings, right, we cannot say कि that particular person will come in that category, कि कौन सा कस्टमर किस कैटेगरी में आएगा. वी कैनॉट गो फॉर श्योर, हम पूरा श्योर नहीं हो सकते. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एक आदमी 10 मिनट तक कोई बहस कर रहा है, he or she is indulged in any kind of verbal fight, right, वो किसी भी बहस में लगा हुआ है, and in the last sentence if we find that he was right, it was our mistake, right, instantly at the same time our approach will change, the approach of that person will change, right. So while you read that, I'm happy that you actually read that, and you told me that it's a demanding customer, right. It can be demanding at the same time, or it can be irate customer at the same time, right. When you say never again I will ever use the service of your organization, read the 6th line. आप जब 6th line को पढ़ते हो, never again will I ever use the service of your organization, right. So after ending the class, read the second one also, right. Now let's go to the next one, activity 2. Rewrite the following sentences using phrases from the box, right. So let us do this activity. Yes. Read the highlighted section and see, जो आपका बॉक्स है इसमें आप किसको प्लेस कर सकते हो. जस्ट अ मिनट. यस. आर यू एबल टू डू दैट? कर पा रहे हो या नहीं समझ आ रहा है?
Yes, sir. We are
ओके.
doing.
Okay, okay. Let me help you. The first one is, what did you say? Right? I beg your pardon. Could you repeat that? Right?
Okay, sir.
For example, second one, when did you call? When did you last call us? आपने लास्ट टाइम कब कॉल किया था? May I know? Would you happen to remember when you last called us? Right? If you go for the third one, can you give me your order number? And we can call it as, could you give me or may I have your order number? Right? What's your name? May I have your name, please? Next one, I will see what I can do. Right? ये एक बहुत ही स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड आंसर है. आई विल सी व्हाट आई कैन, मैं देखता हूँ कि मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ. नो, वी कैन से, आई एश्योर यू, आई विल डू माई बेस्ट टू हेल्प यू इन दिस मैटर. Right? I assure you. When I use the word, we use the word I assure you, it means we are sincerely serious towards the satisfaction of the customer. Sixth one, that is something I cannot do. ये भी बहुत स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है, बहुत डायरेक्ट है. That's something I can do, ये मैं नहीं कर सकता. इन प्लेस ऑफ दैट हम क्या कह सकते हैं? आई विल टेल यू व्हाट आई कैन डू. मैं क्या क्या कर सकता हूँ वो मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ, नॉट व्हाट कि मैं क्या नहीं कर सकता. द मैनेजर इज नॉट अवेलेबल एट द मोमेंट. मैनेजर नहीं है बिकॉज कस्टमर क्या कैन से अपने मैनेजर को बुलाइए, और हम कह रहे हैं कि मैनेजर तो अभी नहीं है. देन आई एम अफ्रेड द मैनेजर इज नॉट अवेलेबल एट द मोमेंट. व्हाई डोंट आई आस्क हिम टू कॉल यू एज सुन एज ही गेट्स इन. राइट? तो अभी मैनेजर नहीं है, लेकिन मैं उनको जैसे ही वो आते हैं आपको कॉल करने को बोलूँगा. राइट? आई विल कॉल यू टुमारो. तो इसको हम कैसे कह सकते हैं? मैं कॉल यू टुमारो. वुड इट बी ऑल राइट इफ आई कॉल यू टुमारो? और आर यू कंफर्टेबल, आर यू अवेलेबल इफ आई कॉल यू टुमारो? राइट? आई नो यू आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड. हम कहते हैं कि हमें पता है कि आप सेटिस्फाइड नहीं हो. देन द पर्सन विल से, आपको पता है तो आप कुछ करते क्यों नहीं? सो इन प्लेस ऑफ दैट वी कैन से, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई यू फील दिस वे. राइट? इज 2:30 p.m. on Friday okay? Right? Rather we can call it as, would 2:30 on Friday will be okay for you? Or would 2:30 p.m. on Friday will be a good time to come or to contact with you? Right? So this is the way, just by using a different tone, using a set of other words can help a lot, because ultimately the customers are the one for what we are here. अगर कस्टमर ही नहीं होंगे तो देयर विल बी नो शॉप, देयर विल बी नो बिजनेस. एंड एज ए customer, if we are not service provider, as a student, we must also feel कि what are the problems of sales persons, कि सेल्स पर्सनस की प्रॉब्लम्स क्या होती हैं. एटलीस्ट हमें ये तो हम समझ ही सकते हैं. सो लेट्स गो फॉर द एक्टिविटी 5. क्विकली इसको करते हैं. ट्राई टू डू दैट. हमने क्या करना है? वी विल यूज व्हाट प्रोनाउंस हमें यूज करने हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू द सिचुएशन. सो गिव इट ए ट्राई. हाँ जी, विल एनीबडी ट्राई?
Sir, may I?
हाँ श्योर.
Sir, in first one, it will be like the receptionist at the desk to whom I spoke was very helpful.
गुड. परफेक्ट. सेकंड वन.
The hotel has a large conference hall in which workshops can be held.
वेरी गुड. थर्ड वन.
I can give you the name of HR manager who I deal with.
Who I deal with, or we can also use that I deal with. Right? हाँ, but which will not come, which नहीं आएगा. Right? Which is not used for living beings, right? Hmm. Fourth
Uh,
one,
we, we drew a short list of candidates whose CVs were very good.
yes, good. Fifth one,
We have got a machine which prints in color.
yes. Can we also say we have got a machine that prints in color, right? So we can use both which and that, because that can be used for living as well as non-living beings, right? Hanji. Sixth one,
Sir,
Yesterday,
may I?
yeah, sure, please.
Yesterday I met someone whose brother worked in your office.
Yes. Seventh one,
Uh, your client
client.
manufacture client. Your
Yes, our
client manufacture clothing, which is the disturbed in the popular retail stores.
okay.
We, sir,
Yes, yes, your answer is right. The sentence may be wrong, but the answer is right. Our client manufactures clothing
okay.
which is distributed in the popular retail stores.
Yes, sir.
Right? Yes. Yes,
Sir,
answer is right. Eighth one.
we are looking for someone who has a proven track record of excellence.
Okay. So that's a very good answer. Okay. Can you tell me from where you are?
Sir, Sanskrit Saurabh.
Me, you are from
Sir, Varanasi.
Varanasi. Okay,
Yes, sir.
good.
Thank you.
Okay. Sanskriti, just in the month of July only, right? I visited your place, your city, I can say, Varanasi, and I found it very beautiful. Good.
Yes, sir.
So it's really good to have the students from different parts of India, different culture of our country. And there's a student Kisra who is not present today, and she was the only one who attended all my classes so far. But today I'm really happy that at least 3 4 students are responding, because the course we are having, that is in online mode. And when we are not active student, active in the sense of when we are not present physically, then it is really very boring kind of thing when I have to speak, and it's up to you, nobody is getting me or not. But when you respond, it really give a very good feeling, right? So
Yes,
thank you, thank you for all of your response. Let us move ahead because only 30 minutes are left.
yes.
Well, our next section is about pronunciation. All of you who have joined, can anybody tell me if anybody knows about phonetics? Have you read the word phonetics? किसने सुना है कभी phonetics?
Yes, sir, सुना तो है.
Okay, where did you listen it?
Sir, when we are talking, so we use some phonetics words for the sounds and all.
Like Monica, you are in BA course,
Yes, sir, BA course.
BA pass course, right? BA pass course, right?
Sir, I'm from BAG,
BAG. Okay, so you did your 10+2 from which school?
from Sarvodaya Kanya Vidyalaya. It's located in Sarita Vihar.
Sarita Vihar. Okay. I asked you this question because when it comes to pronunciation, then the real issue of language arises. Right? When we want to learn a new language, it can be Indian language, it can be a language of America or any European country. When we want to learn a new language, there are three issues. तीन issue हम face करते हैं. The first one is vocab. Every language have different set of vocab, right? Second one is syntax or grammar, right? And the third one is pronunciation. If I tell that which is the most difficult thing, I can't say uh, which is most important. I can't say so, right? So Kisra has joined.
Yes, sir.
ओके किसरा, हम जहाँ जनरली कहते हैं कि आप बहुत ज़्यादा जियोगे, क्योंकि हम अभी अभी मैं आपकी ही बात कर रहा था, राइट? ओके, सो यू joined today very late, and today I'm finding a very responsive class, very interactive class, right? So I was missing you because you always used to respond well. What I was talking about the functions of, or the ideas of learning a new language. I discussed about three things. मैं तीन चीज़ों की बात की जब भी हम कोई नई लैंग्वेज यूज सीखना चाहते हैं. फर्स्ट, vocab. Second, syntax or grammar, means how we will frame the sentence. And the third one is pronunciation. अगर मैं कहूँ कि कौन सी चीज़ ज़्यादा मुश्किल है, राइट? सो एक पर्टिकुलर कॉन्टेक्स्ट में हम उनको डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हैं. लिखना हो तो वोकैब ज़्यादा मुश्किल है, और बोलना हो तो प्रोनाउंसिएशन ज़्यादा मुश्किल है, राइट? बट इफ यू टॉक अबाउट सिंटेक्स यानी कि ग्रामर, वो दोनों में मुश्किल है, लिखने में भी और बोलने में भी, राइट? सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू प्रोनाउंसिएशन, तो देन आवर टंग अफेक्ट अलॉट, हमारी बोली बहुत अफेक्ट करती है. व्हेन आई आस्क्ड संस्कृति की, संस्कृति आप कहाँ से हो? संस्कृति said I am from Varanasi, right? So due to her language I could understand that she doesn't belong to South India. She doesn't belong to my state, that is Haryana, or any other northern state. I was thinking Sanskriti might be from UP or Bihar. When I asked Kisra from where you are, she said, "Sir, I am from Delhi." And Monica, when I asked you, you said, "I am from Delhi." So I can see, I can expect that when we are not South Indian, our tongue may have some similarity. But when we are from South India, and when we have two language system means, for a student of Karnataka, yeah, it will be Kannada and English. For a Tamil student, Tamil and English. For a Kerala student, Malayalam and English. But when it comes to a student of northern state, be it Haryana, UP, Bihar, Himachal, here there are three language systems. I will not call three language, but two language plus one tongue system. दो हमारे यहाँ भाषाएं हैं, एक हमारे यहाँ बोली, राइट? एंड आई एम हैप्पी दैट आप में से बहुत बच्चों को इंग्लिश अच्छी समझ आती है, एंड यू आर एबल टू स्पीक, बहुत बढ़िया. बट सम टाइम व्हेन वी आर अनेबल टू स्पीक, राइट, जब हम मतलब बहुत अच्छा नहीं बोल पाते हैं, तो उसके पीछे एक रीजन होता है. इफ आई आस्क यू, मैं आप सबसे पूछना चाहता हूँ, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर, आप में से कौन कौन ऐसा है जिसने पहले हिंदी लिखनी सीखी है और बाद में बोलनी सीखी है आप में से कोई ऐसा जिसने पहले हिंदी लिखनी सीखी है और बोलनी बाद में सीखी है? एनीबॉडी अमंग यू?
No, sir.
नो.
No, sir.
बट आप में से हर कोई ऐसा होगा, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, जिसने इंग्लिश पहले लिखनी सीखी है, बाद में बोलनी सीखी है,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
राइट? हाँ. सो इसका रीजन क्या है, इशू क्या है? बिकॉज दिस इज द इशू दैट अफेक्ट प्रोनाउंसिएशन, राइट? प्रोनाउंसिएशन का इशू ही यही है. हमने पहले वोकैब को हिंदी में बोलना सीखा है, और फिर सेम वोकैब को जब इंग्लिश में बोलना पड़ता है, राइट, तो वी आर अनेबल टू मेंटेन, वी आर नॉट एबल टू चेंज our way of pronunciation while speaking in English. For example, there's a word school. आप सब स्कूल से पढ़ के आए हो. Being a Haryanvi, however, I have not lived in Haryana so much. मैं हरियाणा में बहुत ज़्यादा रहा नहीं हूँ, but I have impact of that. I passed my schooling from Haryana only. After that, I left Haryana. I studied in Delhi, then I studied in Punjab. So I have impact of Haryanvi culture और पंजाबी कल्चर. एंड इफ आई टॉक अबाउट दिल्ली, दिल्ली इज ए मल्टी कल्चरल सिटी, और वहाँ पे हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि कौन किस कल्चर का है, राइट? सो हरियाणा वाले बोलते हैं स्कूल, राइट? From UP they will call school, एंड द एक्चुअल प्रोनाउंसिएशन इज स्कूल. जब हमने हिंदी में स्कूल या स्कूल बोलना सुना है, एंड व्हेन वी स्पीक इन इंग्लिश, तो वी कैन से आई एम गोइंग विल स्पीक, बट आई एम गोइंग स्कूल, आई एम गोइंग स्कूल. इज इट हैपन? कैसा होता है? ऐसा होता है ना,
Yes, sir.
right? हाँ. So but if someone is brought up in a city like Delhi or any other city, it can be Varanasi city, uh, then the एग्जाम्पल ऑफ वाराणसी इज डिफरेंट. वाराणसी का एग्जाम्पल बिल्कुल अलग है. वाराणसी में भले आपने इंग्लिश में पढ़ाई की हो, लेकिन आपकी जो टंग है वो इट इज अफेक्टेड बाय दैट, उससे अफेक्ट रहती ही रहती है, क्योंकि वहाँ की टंग ऐसी है, जैसे हरियाणी टंग ऐसी. बट इफ यू आर इन दिल्ली, तो वी कैन से if someone is born, for example Kisra is there or Monica is there, so अगर आप दिल्ली में ही पढ़े हैं और दिल्ली में ही आप पैदा हुए हैं, एंड देन यू आर यूजिंग, then it may happen that you don't have impact of that tongue, right? But when we are in service industry, when we are in education industry, अगर हम ऐसा नहीं बोलते हैं, तो हमें ऐसे लोगों को सुनना पड़ता है जो ऐसा बोलते हैं. इफ़ आई टॉक अबाउट बिहार, हम कहते हैं क्या आप खाएंगे, हिंदी में बात करें क्या आप खाएंगे, इंग्लिश में वुड यू हैव, वुड यू लाइक टू हैव, और बिहार में खाइएगा. अब वो जो खाइएगा है, वो किस लिए है? इन ऑर्डर टू फील कि हम एक ही जगह से हैं. एंड इन सर्विस इंडस्ट्री, हम जब कस्टमर से कनेक्ट करना चाहते हैं, तो प्रोनाउंसिएशन बहुत मैटर करता है. कैसे? आफ्टर टॉकिंग टू एक कस्टमर, किसी भी कस्टमर से बात करने के बाद हम पहचान लेते हैं कि इसकी टंग से कहाँ से है. वे एंड वी ट्राई टू बी फेमिलियर विद दैट पर्सन, हम उससे फेमिलियर होने की कोशिश करते हैं. But when we are in an industry, when we deal with different kind of customer at the same time, then pronunciation का जो stress है, rhythm है, it does matter. Then we need to speak according to International Phonetic Alphabet, that is called as IPA. मीन्स हमें उस वर्ड को वैसे ही प्रोनाउंस करना है जैसा उसको इंटरनेशनली किया जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, बिफोर मूविंग अहेड, let me use an example. There is a word no, KNO. There is a word NO. There is a word NOW. Can anybody will pronounce for me? कोई भी एक बोल के दिखाएगा तीनों वर्ड्स को? No, KNO, NO and NOW. Yes, anybody? Yes, Monica.
Sir, we pronounce NO, it's no,
Okay.
and NOW, it's now, and KNOW, we pronounce known.
No. Okay. Yes, Monica. Thank you. Thank you for your response. Khushi, will you try? Sanskriti, will you try?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes. Yes, please. Anyone?
yes, sir. NO मतलब no. KNO means now. NO means no.
Okay. Sanskriti, well tried. Okay. Thank you. Now let me tell you कि मैंने क्यों पूछा आपसे. When we are in a particular culture, जैसे आप दिल्ली की बात करें, तो being a student of Haryana, being a person of from Haryana, when I was studying in Delhi, I studied from IPU. When I found that the student of Delhi, they are able to speak some words very correctly. They are able to pronounce some words according to the international accent, but still there are some issues with them. Why? Because those issues are according to culture, according to country. जैसे अभी मैंने आपको वर्ड बताया नो. इफ आई टेल यू द रियल प्रोनाउंसिएशन, बिकॉज उसके बाद हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे. इफ आई टेल यू द रियल प्रोनाउंसिएशन ऑफ नो, आई वांट टू टेल यू KNO. It is no. KNOW. No. KNOW, नो मीन्स कुछ जानना, नो, इसको हम नो पढ़ेंगे, नो बोलेंगे।
यस
NOW,
सर।
हाँ
सर
NOW,
सबकी प्रोनाउंसिएशन सेम होगी।
no, let me complete. When we say NOW, now, up, but when we say no, NO, it is not no, it's no, right? It's no, I don't know, not now, no, I don't know. So this is the way how British people speak. आपको समझ आ गया होगा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आप सब लड़के या लड़की हो, BOY, हम इनको बॉय बोलते आए हैं, बट इफ आई टेल यू ये बॉय नहीं होता, इट्स बॉय, बॉय, it's not girl, it's girl, girl. And if there is any person, कोई भी लड़का लड़की है, who is charming, तो मैं क्या कहूँगा, charming girl. And if I say good boy, good boy, good girl, good girl. See, हम अपनी नॉर्मल लैंग्वेज में we will not use good girl, good boy, right? So this is actual pronunciation, ये actual pronunciation है. So हम दिल्ली के होने के बाद भी, एक सिटी के होने के बाद भी, कुछ चीजें हैं जो इंडियन एक्सेंट है जो हम उसको कैरी करते हैं, राइट? हम इंडियन एक्सेंट को कैरी करेंगे, it is not possible, and I shouldn't say possible because it is possible. It is very difficult to speak according to international accent. बहुत मुश्किल है इंटरनेशनल एक्सेंट में बोलना, बिकॉज ऑल द टाइम हम ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते। जैसे कैसे, आई डोंट नो, हम कहेंगे आई डोंट नो और सामने वाला समझ भी जाएगा। बट when we are in service industry, when we are in hotel industry, when in any industry, and when we deal the people of abroad, when we deal with the people of South India, जो हमारी कल्चर के बिल्कुल अपोजिट नहीं कहूंगा बट डिफरेंट है, देन व्हाट वी कैन डू कि वो सामने वाले समझे उस चीज को, राइट? तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, वी कैन यूज स्ट्रेस एंड रिदम इन दैट वे। हम स्ट्रेस और रिदम को ऐसे यूज कर सकते हैं कि किसी वर्ड को इंटरनेशनली फोनेटिक अल्फाबेट में बोले बिना भी सामने वाला समझ जाए, right? I used to attend a lot of international programs. I have done many courses, online courses from abroad. मैंने कुछ courses किए हैं किंग्स कॉलेज लंदन से, क्वेंट्री यूनिवर्सिटी ऑस्ट्रेलिया से, और वहाँ पे जो पढ़ाते हैं उनको ट्यूटर बोलते हैं। When they used to teach us, when they used to give us instructions, of course वो अपनी जो OC इंग्लिश, ऑस्ट्रेलियन इंग्लिश है उसमें बात करते हैं, और जो कैनेडियन पीपल है दे स्पीक इन देयर कैनेडियन लैंग्वेज, सॉरी टंग। Then when we speak little slowly and when we use proper stress, right, तो हम उनकी बात को समझ सकते हैं। And when I used to give my presentation, when of course I am a teacher of English, I am PhD in English, I am MA in English, but I'm not able to speak as they speak. Why? Because it is not in my practice. If I will speak in that way, आप लोगों को समझ ही नहीं आएगा मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ। So you are my customer, so I must speak according to you. And when they are my customer, I must speak like them. But they are not my regular customer. So what I will do? I will find a midway. मैं एक बीच का रास्ता निकालूंगा. And what is that? वो क्या है? To use the tools of phonetics perfectly. और फोनेटिक्स के टूल्स क्या कहते हैं? देयर आर थ्री मेन टूल्स ऑफ फोनेटिक्स। फर्स्ट, स्पीक विद प्रॉपर पॉज और स्ट्रेस। सेकंड, स्पीक स्लोली so that other can understand, right? And third, use cultural specific word according to cultural pronunciation only. लेट मी रिपीट यू, अगर हम किसी ऐसे आदमी से बात कर रहे हैं जो हमारी कल्चर का नहीं है, एंड बट ही और शी अंडरस्टैंड्स अवर लैंग्वेज, उसको हमारी लैंग्वेज समझ आती है, तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं सामने वाले को समझने के लिए कि वी कैन स्पीक स्लोली, एक तो हम थोड़ा धीरे बोलेंगे, राइट, नॉट इन लेस पिच, लो पिच, राइट, बट लेस स्पीडली, धीरे धीरे बोलें। सेकंड, we will use प्रॉपर स्ट्रेस, हम वर्ड पे स्ट्रेस अच्छे से यूज करेंगे, उसका हम एग्जांपल अभी यूज करेंगे 2 बार। थर्ड, विच आर कल्चरल स्पेसिफिक वर्ड्स, जो वोकैब है कल्चरल स्पेसिफिक, उसको हम उस कल्चर के अकॉर्डिंग बोलने की कोशिश करेंगे जिस कल्चर में हम बात करना चाह रहे हैं। राइट, आई टेल यू एन एग्जांपल। अगर मैं पंजाबी में बोलता हूँ, बिकॉज मुझे तमिल नहीं आती है, आई डोंट नो ओडिया, आई डोंट नो सी एनी लैंग्वेज ऑफ साउथ इंडिया, मुझे वो नहीं आती है, बट आई हैव लिव्ड इन पंजाब फॉर मोर देन 10 years, तो मुझे पंजाबी आती है। सो अगर मैं एक पंजाबी से बात करना चाह रहा हूँ इंग्लिश में, तो मुझे 3 काम करने होंगे। आई हैव टू गो लिटिल स्लोअर, मुझे थोड़ा धीरे बोलना है, मुझे स्ट्रेस करना है, स्ट्रेस का परफेक्ट यूज करना है, और जो वर्ड मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ उसको उस कल्चर के अकॉर्डिंग ही बोलना है। फॉर एग्जांपल, एक वर्ड है, आप सब गाने सुनते हो, पंजाबी गाने सुनते हैं, पूरा देश सुनता है। आपने कभी बूहे बारियां ये वर्ड सुना है? एनीबडी अमंग यू? बूहे बारियां।
Yes, sir. In songs we have heard this
हाँ,
word.
सो एनीबडी कैन टेल मी द मीनिंग ऑफ दैट? कोई इसका मीनिंग बता सकते हैं?
So it is used for door.
डोर, विच, बूहे और बारी?
So buhe.
एंड व्हाट अबाउट
Bari
बारी?
is the chocolate or that surrounding area.
बारी इज एक्चुअली विंडो, राइट? बारी होता है विंडो और बूहे होता है दरवाजा। सो इफ आई वांट टू से बूहे बारियां, सो इफ आई वांट टू से प्लीज ड्रॉप मी एट दैट प्लेस, और मैं उससे पूछूं कैन आई सिट, कैन आई स्टैंड नियर बारी, राइट? उसको बिल्कुल भी इंग्लिश नहीं आती है, बट आई से कैन आई सिट नियर बारी, क्या मैं बारी के पास खड़ा हो सकता हूँ? सो उसको अगर पूरा समझ नहीं आया, बट उसको पता लगा कि ये बारी की बात कर रहा है, तो ही और शी विल आंसर हाँ और यस, मतलब राइट। सो डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड माय आइडिया कि व्हेन वी स्पीक समथिंग, तो ये मतलब उनकी पर्टिकुलर लैंग्वेज में बोलना कैसे मैटर करता है। एंड इफ आई टॉक अबाउट साउथ इंडिया, दे मे हैव डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ प्रोनाउंसिएशन। फॉर एग्जांपल, जो तमिल तमिल होते हैं, दे यूज द वर्ड डी, दे विल नॉट स्पीक एजुकेशन, दे विल से एडुकेशन, राइट? सो वो उनकी जो एक लोकल टंग है उसमें है, दे नो इट इज नॉट एजुकेशन, बट दे स्पीक एडुकेशन एज पंजाबी स्पीक बारियां, राइट? हमने एक वर्ड यूज किया चौखट, अब जो चौखट है पंजाबी में उसको चुगाट बोलते हैं, right? And in English there is a different thing, right? So if we explain a lot, means a chaukhut means a structure where a door is fixed, we can tell a lot of things, but it will not be explained, और हम तुरंत बोल दे अरे सर चौखट, they will understand right? So प्रोनाउंसिएशन में स्ट्रेस कैसे मैटर करता है, सबसे पहले हम ये देखेंगे। तो इन योर एग्जाम व्हाट विल कम, आपके एग्जाम में क्या आ सकता है कि यू विल पुट ए स्ट्रेस, जैसे राइस एंड कर्ड, ये देख पा रहे हो आप, आपके सामने है।
Yes, sir.
सी, आर से पहले एक बार लगाया गया है, और कर्ड से पहले एक बार लगाया गया है। कैन यू सी? हाँ जी, एवरीबडी कैन सी?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
and
sir.
and I am a student, there's a bar before S, right? So what this shows, this shows that कि आपको ये वर्ड स्ट्रेस के साथ बोलना है और यहाँ पे स्ट्रेस डालना है, जैसे राइस एंड कर्ड, राइस एंड कर्ड, आई एम ए स्टूडेंट, राइट? तो जिस वर्ड पे हम स्ट्रेस डालना चाहते हैं, वी विल स्पीक दैट वर्ड इन प्रॉपर एक्सेंट। आई गिव यू अनदर एग्जांपल। फॉर एग्जांपल, आई यूज ए वर्ड, गिव मी योर न्यू बुक। सो देयर इज अ सेंटेंस, गिव मी योर न्यू बुक। आई कैन स्पीक इट एज give me your new book, 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 right? So according to the need, according to my desire to make a stress on something, right, I raised my voice. But when I'm not speaking something, rather I'm writing something, and I want to make the reader focus on something, then I will use this, राइट. सो इन योर एग्जाम इट में कम, तो पहले आपको बोल के देखना है और उसके अकॉर्डिंग यू विल पुट स्ट्रेस. सी, आफ्टर एंडिंग द क्लास, go for this highlighted one. You can take a screenshot, right? I gave him 10 books. I love my friends. I love to live in Delhi, right? We have a gray cat in our house, right? So this is the way to speak. This is the actual way to pronounce, right? Again, the same thing. The coffee was excellent. It was an excellent achievement. I have made a mistake. They have declared a holiday today, right? So when I'm speaking in that way, as I'm speaking, तो सामने वाला, the other person before us, doesn't matter from the culture he belongs to, doesn't matter from the country he or she belongs to, definitely he or she will understand our meaning, right? So this is the need of, this is the importance of stress. Let us quickly go to the next section because we have to cover it quickly. Then essential for customer service. Like the previous class, means yesterday's class, unit 11 means this section is totally of reading section. See, ये सब reading के बारे में है. Means you will read it from your own, right? And if you found anything that is not clear to you in the last class, or I can say last and next as well, that will held on the next Sunday, then you can ask, sir, that was a thing I couldn't get, right? Otherwise, I have highlighted the important parts and you can take screenshot of that. So the objective of this is what? What is a customer service? The importance of good customer service, how we can make our customer service exceptional, right? The importance of word of mouth publicity, the importance of customer loyalty, qualities of a good customer service executive. तो if I'm not wrong, when I was discussing the second unit, जब मैं बात कर रहा था आपसे कस्टमर के बारे में, तो मैं बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर चुका हूँ, right? So when you will read that, how would you define a good customer service? If is good customer service department on the salesperson alone? क्या केवल salesperson की जिम्मेदारी है, right? So these are some common questions of similar type. See, I have highlighted that. You can take a screenshot. This activity is about following our words describing character traits a person can have. List these positive or negative for customer service executive, right? और ये सब मैं बात आपसे कर चुका हूँ already, right? Then of course everything is about good service, good customer service only. How we can answer our phone, right? How we can listen to our customers, how to deal with the complaints, right? What extra step we can take. So this is all about. Then again the reading, moment of the truth. What is moment of truth? Moment of truth क्या होता है? इसमें एग्जाम्पल दिया गया है. लेट मी यूज इट फॉर यू. ये क्या है कि देयर इज एन ओल्ड पर्सन, कोई भी एक बूढ़ा आदमी है, वो एक रेस्टोरेंट में जाता है, या कोई भी जवान आदमी एक रेस्टोरेंट में जाता है अपने 2.5 साल के बच्चे के साथ, राइट? और वेटर उनको एक टेबल की तरफ लेके जाता है कि सर यहाँ पे बैठिए, और उनके बैठते ही वेटर उनके लिए एक हाई चेयर, एक बच्चे के लिए एक हाई चेयर लेके आता है, राइट? तो दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप ए वेटर इज डूइंग. ये सबसे पहला स्टेप है जो वेटर कर रहा है, राइट? ही हैज नॉट सेड एनीथिंग, उसने कुछ नहीं बोला है, उसने कुछ भी सर्व नहीं किया है, उसने किसी चीज़ का रेट नहीं बताया गया है, बट व्हाट एटिकेट ही डिड, उसने क्या किया है, वो एक ऐसी टेबल पे लेके गया है जहां बच्चे को लेके बैठा जा सकता है, और वो एक ऐसी चेयर लेके आया है जहां बच्चा आराम से बैठ सकता है। तो द दिस मोमेंट ऑफ ट्रुथ, ये उस मेल को, फीमेल को, उस कस्टमर को एक बहुत अच्छी फीलिंग देगा कि पहला ही एक्सपीरियंस बहुत बढ़िया है। पहले ही मोमेंट में ही विल फील यस दिस इज द बेस्ट प्लेस, दिस इज द प्लेस ही और शी मस्ट कम, राइट। इसको बोलते हैं मोमेंट ऑफ ट्रुथ। सो रीड दिस कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, दिस इज वेरी गुड, ये बहुत अच्छा है, आप पढ़ोगे आपको अच्छा लगेगा। एंड देन आई हैव highlighted it, sorry, underlined it, right? This is also very important, how we can manage the moment of truth. It can be a question, a question आ सकता है, how we can manage the moment of truth, then you can answer in that way. And this is our action plan. Okay, let's go to the last one. Yes, here are some grammar linkers, or I can say conjunctions. Again, I have highlighted that. You can take a screenshot and you can use at your home. You can practice them at your home because they are self-explaining, right? Just you can note down the pages. आप घर पे भी when you will open that PDF, वहाँ से आप ये देख सकते हो. Yes. Now in the last one, work ethics. Work ethics, at as I discussed in the beginning of the class, that I told you two things. There are two things: ethics and etiquettes. Ethics means written codes. Etiquette means codes in practice. राइट, एथिक्स मीन्स रिटन कोड्स, जो लिखा गया है उसको हम एथिक्स बोलते हैं, नीति, राइट। और जो हम प्रैक्टिकली करते हैं दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एटिकेट, एंड एटिकेट्स हैव देयर ग्राउंड इन एथिक्स। एटिकेट जो है एथिक्स से ही निकले हैं, राइट। सो इट इज अबाउट दैट ओनली जो हमने अभी डिस्कस किया है। सी, दिस इज रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, और आपको पता है रीडिंग का काम थोड़ा पेशेंस को होता है, आपको घर पे करने का होता है, राइट। सो इट हैज बीन डिफाइंड व्हाट इज एथिक्स। एथिक्स क्या होता है? फर्स्ट जब हमने क्लास शुरू की मैंने आपको पढ़ के दिखाया कि हाउ वी विल रीड, हाउ वी विल हाईलाइट एंड हाउ वी विल एक्सप्लेन, राइट। सो इसमें बताया गया कि व्हाट आर इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स, the skills that we can use in order to maintain relationship between each other or among our employees, right? then the
Yes,
question is
sir.
then the question is how do you describe work ethics? Work ethics को आप कैसे describe करते हो? Go back, and here it is. The simple definition of ethics is would be a set of moral principles, right? So these are very easy answers. Let's go to the next one. Yes, it's a vocab exercise for positive qualities. Uh, some qualities has been mentioned in the books: self-confidence, hard work and effort, punctuality and regularity, suitable appearance, good interpersonal skills, right attitude, initiative, and dependable. Right. So according to the need, let us use Rama gets on well with the others in her office, right? So, what kind of girl she is, Rama? Anybody can tell?
So she has good skills in speaking.
Okay. uh, Actually, sometimes we feel that two phrases or two qualities can come in the single fill in the blanks. For example, let us go for the fourth one. Saloni always comes on time. She's never missing from office. इसका बिल्कुल क्लियर आंसर है क्या? पंक्चुअलिटी एंड रेगुलरिटी,
Yes, sir.
right? But if you talk about the sixth one, Pawan may not be very bright, but he works hard, sincerely at whatever job he has at hand. So, what will come?
So hard work and efforts.
Effort, right? But if you talk about the first one, right, we will call good interpersonal skills, right? Gets on well means वो हर तरीके से अच्छा बिहेव करती है और दूसरों के साथ अच्छे से बात करती है, तो शी हैज गुड इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स. We can also say she has a right attitude, but here, what is more suitable? Good interpersonal skills is more suitable, right? So try to do that, and answers are given at the end, right? Hmm. And here again, the exercise of modals ये हम पहले कर चुके हैं. So again the same thing. Dash I carry my certificates for the first informal meeting, right? Should I carry my certificates, right? Then for example the second one, we dash be hasty in coming the conclusion about people, right? We will not say we must, right? We need, right? We ought not to, हमें ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. For example, the last one, we dash go through the contract carefully before signing it. We must go through, राइट? साइन करने से पहले हमें जरूर पढ़ना चाहिए. सो ट्राई टू डू दैट एक्सरसाइज, राइट? देन अगेन इट्स अ गुड एक्सरसाइज. हमें इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स में क्या क्या आता है वो इसके अंदर मेंशन करना है. सॉफ्ट स्पोकिंग, राइट? रिस्पोंडिंग, राइट? डोंट यूजिंग अब्यूजिव लैंग्वेज, इनिशिएटिव, डिपेंडेबिलिटी क्या होता है, राइट? इस कुछ इनकी जो सिमिलर क्वालिटीज है दैट वी विल टेल, राइट? हेयर मैच द कॉलम्स. फॉर एग्जांपल, एक स्किल है एडेप्टेबिलिटी. सो एडेप्टेबिलिटी मींस the quality of being able to adjust to new conditions or new situations. So as an employee we must be adaptable. हम adaptable होने चाहिए, कहीं भी ढल जाएं हम, right? For example, time management, the ability to use one's time effectively, right? Imagination, the ability to think of new ideas ways, right? So yes, that's all from my side for today, right? So go for this PDF, read that PDF, and I think I have tried to explain some concepts which were really required to explain. And yes, you can read the whole PDF right from the beginning. It may contain nearly 55 to 50 to 55 pages. So if you find any problem in that PDF, note down, ask me in the next class, or we will start the last section of uh, English at workplace, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, students, it's time to leave. Thank you for joining. See you on next Sunday. Thank you.
हाँ जी, सुनील सर।